yes, you're gonna be in the video. Oh, hey guys, this is one of our puppies that's going to her new forever home this week, and I decided to do this video for all of you who are bringing home your new Great Pyrenees puppy. Yay! First, I have to say congratulations for making that incredible life-changing decision, but I'm also gonna give my condolences for all the things that are going to be lost, stolen, or destroyed by these cute little fur balls. And I'll explain all of that to you. First, I want to say congratulations for doing all of the research that you did about the breed, Great Pyrenees, all the positive and negative aspects of the breed. You've done all that research to see if one of these guys would be a perfect fit for your family. And once you made that decision, then you had to find your puppy, like this little cutie. And you've done your research on the breeder, made sure that they were responsible, ethical breeders who raised their puppies and dogs, not for profit, but instead to better the breed and to share this incredible dog with others. So you've done that research, you've gone to the farm or the kennel to pick out your dog. And the way that I explain to everyone, I actually like the puppy to pick you out. So hopefully you found a breeder that will let you come visit like we do here at the Dancing Farm. And we like to have the potential parents take a seat and let the puppy pick you out. And once they do that, then you're hooked. Then that's it. So on this Dancing Farm, we like to keep our puppies until they are at least 12 weeks old. And even though they are weaned from they're physically weaned from their mom, really at 6 to 7 weeks old, they learn so much more in that those extra weeks on the farm. Not only are they learning how to interact with the other animals on the farm, especially our adult dogs, they're also developing secure attachments either to the farm animals if they are going to be livestock guardian dogs, or to humans if they're going to be family pets, or both. So they learn all of that in the 12 weeks that they're here. When they go to their new homes, they are going to be very sad, and they should be, because they've developed great secure attachments to everyone on the farm. And I always take a picture of our pups going to their new homes, and they always look sad and confused, and everyone thinks that's a horrible thing, but it's actually a good thing, because that means that they have developed a secure attachment, and in their new homes, that's what they're going to crave, and that's what they're going to look for when they're with their new family members. So that's really important. But now comes the real crazy. You're taking home this cute little fur ball. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, you are in for a big surprise. So I'm going to go through some of the tips that I do on this farm whenever we brought in a new puppy, and some tips that I've learned over the years on getting these pups adjusted in their new homes. So one of the things that I'm a big advocate for is crate training. So dogs in the wild actually know instinctively that when the for the pups, when the mom is away, the pups go into the den and sleep. And it's no different for domestic pups as well. They learn that when the humans are not with them and there's nothing happening around them, it's time for them to go in their den and sleep. So that's why we put them in the crate. The other thing that's important, not only is it safe and secure for the puppy, it also is great for your sanity. You'll learn very quickly that these guys just need a couple of minutes on the floor or ground, and they find everything that they want to put in their mouth and chew. Nothing is off limits for these guys. So you can puppy proof your house as much as you want. You're still going to be surprised at what these guys will find and chew. So it is around the clock supervision with these guys. So when they are in the crate and taking a nap, that's when you get your sanity back, because you don't have to worry that this little cute baby is destroying something. Yes, it's really important. So the other thing that I will say is I always have tons of chew toys for these guys to chew on. And they are always looking for new things to chew on. And you have to make sure you're there to prevent them from chewing something that you don't want them to chew. So I'm going to just put her down and I'm going to show you some things that we do on the farm. So let's see. One of the things that's really important, I'm going to turn this around if I can. Oh, I guess I can't. I'm going to just show you here. So all of our puppies, when they go to their new homes, they get a little goodie bag that they go home with. And one of the things that they go home with is one of these unstuffed buddies. The puppies have had these little unstuffed animals since they first started walking. And the reason they're unstuffed, you'll learn very quickly, is that all puppies and dogs like to take the stuffing out of these guys. So the good thing is there's no stuffing for them to take out. And they're actually pretty indestructible. But if they do end up by opening up these little unstuffed animals, there's nothing in there for them to unstuff, so or take out and destroy. That's not going to be the case for your pillows, blankets, comforters, couch, anything that they can unstuff, they will. So these, and the other reason that we give them this is because this has the scent of all of their siblings and their mom and the farm. So it's a comfort scent for them. So this they get to have in their den or their crate when they go to bed. And it just gives them a little security for those first few nights. And I have 11-month-old puppies, Sam and Ralph, who still have their unstuffed buddies with them, and they will still carry them with them every now and then. So these are really good, and they do squeak. Luckily, these puppies haven't discovered that yet, but that will probably get really annoying once they discover them. Just warning you. The other thing that we give them, and everyone makes fun of us, we give at least a couple of these feed bags. I know you guys are like, what are you giving a feed bag to a puppy? When you see how much enjoyment they get out of not only chewing on these things, but also playing with it, crinkling it, and carrying it with them wherever they go, it's great. The other thing that we give, and you can see one of our puppies playing with it now, is these yogurt containers, 1 quart yogurt containers. From our experience, we learned that these little containers, even though they get really chewed up like crazy, they don't break or splinter into pieces. They just keep, they'll chew on them forever. And those are things that are really good. I've tried so many different chew toys that you buy at pet stores, like these things, which they're interested in about 5 minutes, and then yeah, they're done. Other chew toys just don't seem to work very well. So those are some things that we do. So the one thing that I warn everyone about Great Pyrenees puppies is that it takes about 1.5 years for them to grow out of their puppy stage. So Sam and Ralph, our 11-month-olds, are still puppies, and they have another 6 to 8 months of being puppies. And you think, well, what's the big deal? How are they still puppies? Well, now that Sam and Ralph are actually out with the adults, and they're out overnight when I'm sleeping, they will still find things that they decide are personal toys for them, chew toys. So often I wake up and find something that I did not want destroyed, totally destroyed. So just a warning that it takes 1.5 years for your new puppy to actually get out of that puppy stage. So get ready for it. So this is what I do with our puppies here who are 12 months, ready to go to their new homes. When I'm with them, and if they were in a new environment with lots of new discovered chew toys, I will carry one of their unstuffed buddies with me. And you're going to learn to do this as well. So when a puppy is doing something, like chewing on something that you don't want him or her to chew on, we'll wait till she chews on it again. Come on. She's chewing on my chair. You say, hey, knock it off. And I throw one of the unstuffed buddies at them. So the idea is that you are redirecting the puppy from whatever they're chewing on to stop chewing on. They're not getting hurt. You're not doing anything that's going to scar them for life. You're simply redirecting them. So with these puppies, now is the time to do that disciplining. So as soon as you see your puppy chewing on something, they start off by just licking it first, tasting it, and then they'll actually go to town and chew on it. You have to discipline them when they are doing it. This is really important. You cannot discipline a puppy after the fact. So don't go back later and say you're going to discipline your puppy for destroying your iPhone. Sorry, they don't make that connection. So you have to do it while they're doing it. So as soon as they're chewing something that you don't want them to chew, I can't really show you an example. What I do is that I just say, hey, what are you doing? And believe it or not, they stop. I know Cesar Millan has the whole shh thing. Whatever sound you make to redirect them, that's important, because to a puppy, that's actually a negative. That's considered a punishment by getting that sound, and you're not hurting them at all, but you're redirecting them. And this is going to happen on a regular basis all day long while that puppy is out and about. So don't think that your puppy can be left anywhere alone and it's not going to get into anything, because if there's something that it can get into, it will. That's why crate training is really important, because while they're in the crate, there's nothing for them to destroy. But I'm not saying at all that you should keep your puppy in a crate at any length of time. Crates are only meant for sleeping for the puppy. It is not meant to be a long restraint for a puppy. Any puppy that stays in a crate longer than 6 to 8 hours, that's considered neglect. So don't do it. Don't keep your puppy in a crate that long. Obviously, when you go to bed at night, that whole time that you're asleep, your puppy will learn to sleep at the same time. So it's not neglect or abuse by doing that. As soon as your puppy sees you waking up, sees you outside of the crate, it immediately is going to start crying, which is completely normal. That's when you take them out of the crate and you immediately take them outside if they're inside, because puppies just like humans, immediately have to use the bathroom. So if you are teaching your pup, if you're housebreaking your pup, the best way to do it is get into a routine. As soon as you wake up and the pup comes out of the crate, you immediately go outside, and they learn that outside is where they do their business. They're going to do their business regardless if they're inside or outside when they first come out of the crate. So if they go to the bathroom in the house when you first take them out of the crate, it's not their fault, it's your fault, because you know now that they have to go to the bathroom, just like you and I. When we wake up, we have to go to the bathroom. So take them out. They also will go to the bathroom after they eat and after they play. So knowing this, every time that they're done eating, you take them out. Every time that they're done playing, you take them out. Some people will even suggest that play at this time of their life, since they're still very young, should be done outside right now, because they'll learn, if they are going to be an indoor dog, if they're going to live in your house with your family, they'll learn that outside is where they do all of their business And that's where they can be crazy. They can go and play and run and do all that fun stuff. They'll also learn that when they come in the house, that's where they chill out. They get to relax, they get to lay by your side and be an awesome livestock guardian dog, which I haven't really discussed in this video. But as you know, doing your research, Great Pyrenees are in the working group. They are considered livestock guardian dogs. So if you have them as a family pet, the livestock that they are guardians to are actually you and your family. It's no different than if they were with goats, sheep, or cows and horses. They develop a strong bond to either humans or animals. And if you are raising them as humans, oh, there's that wonderful squeaky sound that I was talking, someone has discovered, eh? If you're raising them as simply a family pet, they're still a livestock guardian dog. The only difference is you're the livestock. So knowing that, you'll know how they are as puppies. All they want to do is develop a nice, secure attachment to their companions. So that's you. So the best part about Great Pyrenees is that they are so happy just laying by your side all day long. That's all that they want to do. They don't need anything extra. I know other breeds need lots of exercise. Other breeds need all different things. Great Pyrenees, they don't. All they want to do, as you can see our puppies here, all they want to do is just lay by your side and stay there all day. So that's one of the reasons why I love this breed. So okay, you've brought home your dog. You've set up their crate, so that's their bedtime, their nap time. Anytime you need to go away, and that includes anytime you need just some personal space for yourself, they should go in the crate, and they'll learn very quickly that when they're in the crate, it's nap time. So for me, when I had my indoor dogs, anytime that I needed to do something, even something as simple as working on the computer, believe it or not, your puppies are still going to get into stuff, even though they might be in the same room as you. So if you really need to have concentration in what you're doing for short periods of time, I would suggest training your puppy for nap time. Just like kids, they need their naps anyway. So have them take a nice nap in the crate when you need to concentrate on something that you're doing. And the best part about crate training is that the puppies learn very quickly that their crate is their safe space. So anytime you have anything going on in your house, like a party or something, or you have service people in your house, the puppies learn that if they feel insecure at all for any reason, they can always just go in their crate and take a nap. And that's really important for these dogs. They need to have a safe place to lay down and sleep. Let's see. The other thing that I suggest is I never use food as a reward for my dogs. And the reason is because food, unfortunately, they don't associate the reward of what they're doing with the food. They just look at the food as you're giving them food. So I never use food as a reward. If your puppies do something that's positive, you can reward them simply by paying attention to them. Give them some loving. My dogs learn at a very early age that they get big hugs from me. I know it probably sounds crazy for you who aren't dog lovers, but my dogs know that at any given time, and I have a nice little phrase that I say when I want to give them a hug, is I say, "Come here, I'll give you some loving," and they know that I'm going to give them a big hug, and they look forward to that all day long. The other thing I'll talk about is human food. I am a big advocate for not feeding your dog, whether if it's a puppy or an adult, human food at any time, especially when you're planning on eating. Dogs need to learn that human food is not their food. At no point should you ever give them human food, especially when you're eating, because that is something they're going to remember. And that means that anytime you have food, your dog is going to be thinking about stealing it. So don't do it. Don't feed your dogs at all. I've had relatives, I'm not going to name you specifically, who would have no problem feeding the dog while they were eating. And they thought it was cute that the dog was right there by their side, almost begging them to give them something. Well, that's not cute, because that dog is going to now be wanting all of the food that you have. So don't do it. Don't feed them human food. Also, if you are a brand new puppy owner, you need to know all of the foods that are toxic to puppies. And there's a long list of foods that are toxic. AKC has a list, as well as Humane Society. They have a list of toxic foods. And some of the most toxic foods for dogs, you wouldn't think would be toxic. Most people know about chocolate, or anything that has cocoa in it is extremely toxic for dogs. Most people don't know that simple things like raisins and grapes are toxic for dogs. And that's something that you wouldn't think would be toxic. The other thing is onions, or anything in the allium family. So any of those onions, scallops, or I forgot what they're called now, chives, anything that resembles an onion is toxic for your dog. So there are so many things that are toxic that you should know right away. And there is an 800 number that ASPCA gives out for pet owners who are worried that their dog or cat might have eaten something that was toxic or poisonous. And you should absolutely have that number available at any time you need it. It's also important, if you have kids, you're probably familiar with the Poison Control 800 number. They actually have a unit that is for animals as well. So these numbers are really important for you to have at the beginning when you first get your puppies. Really important to have. For adjustments, so I get lots of people who are always commenting because when our puppies go to their new homes, I always take a picture of the puppies in their new cars with their new families, and the puppies always look so sad. They should, because they've established an awesome, secure attachment to me. When they leave here, that's what they crave, is a secure attachment. So that feeling of being sad once they leave here, it changes very quickly once they learn that the human that they are with now can be a secure attachment too. And we always get pictures of the pups in their new homes, and within no time, sometimes even as early as just arriving home because they've had a long drive to get there. Believe it or not, that long drive is enough for them to feel secure with their new family. So let's see, what else? I always suggest, and this is suggested by our breeder group and our veterinarians, that puppies should stay on the same puppy food for at least 2 weeks while they make their transition to their new homes. And it's not as important for the type of puppy food, because every breeder has their own suggestion on what they feed their puppies. It's more important that they stay on that same food for the first 2 weeks, and then slowly, gradually, if you are going to change their food, gradually change that food. This will prevent them from getting diarrhea and upset stomachs from the change in food. So everyone has a lot of opinions about which dog food to feed. Even though we suggest the puppy food that we feed our puppies, by no means do we suggest that it is the best puppy food. I'm actually not a fan of kibble, of any kibble. If you look at the ingredients of even the most expensive dry kibble on the market, it's actually not that much of a difference. All of the stuff that's in advertising, it's marketing. You're still getting the same, pretty much the same types of food in all of the kibbles. Because we raise chickens, turkeys, ducks, guineas, we have plenty of supply of the raw material that goes into dog food. So our adults actually get our turkeys, chickens that we cook, and we make a special meal for our dogs. They also get things like apples from our apple orchard, and pumpkins from our pumpkin patch, and squash, all the things that are really good for dogs. The puppies, we don't start them on that unless we are actually keeping them on the farm, because like I mentioned, they need to have that same food for at least 2 weeks in their new environment. The other thing that's really important, especially for livestock guardian dogs, and it's probably just as important if you have one of these guys as a family pet. There's a big push right now for raw food. And I totally understand the benefits of feeding your dog raw meat. But for livestock guardian dogs, it is not recommended, especially if they are going to be livestock guardian dogs for obvious reasons. Our dogs do not look at our chickens, turkeys, chickens, and guineas as food. They don't make the connection that they are food. So we have our birds that have been our egg layers. We actually let them live out their entire life on the farm, but that means that at some point they are going to pass away. The good thing is that our dogs do not bother with that animal even after it's passed on. So they don't have that connection of it being food. This isn't true for most other dogs. If they smell anything, especially a dead animal, they more than likely will think of it as food, at least a chew toy. So this is why we say absolutely never feed your livestock guardian dog any raw meat at all. All of our foods that we feed our animals have been thoroughly cooked. In fact, we stew our meats with our vegetables. That way it makes for a better dog food for them. So I've given you guys a lot of information on here. If you have recently adopted one of our babies here, I would love to hear what you've done to make your puppy get well adjusted into your family. And we will all love to hear how you made that adjustment and all of the stories that you can tell us. So please leave a comment in the comments below and give us all your pictures and videos showing how your puppy has been adjusted. And I'm really happy to see all the things that they've gotten into, which they shouldn't have, because I can show you lots of things that they've gotten into. So many things that have been destroyed. Ah, yes. So congratulations on getting your new Great Pyrenees puppies. And I look forward to hearing what is going on with y'all. So talk to you soon. Love ya. See you soon. Bye.